Please sit. I've just been finishing up preparations for the tea. We spoke earlier, but it is always nice to have a formal introduction. My name is Sita. How shall I address you? You seem a bit nervous. Is it your first time hiring a companion? Well, it's nothing to be ashamed of. Everyone gets stressed from time to time, and it's my job to help ease life's troubles wherever I can. I think the tea is ready. Still quite a bit hot. A bit too hot to drink just yet. But we can talk for a bit until then. You asked about companions. Well, companions are educated in more than just sensuality. That seems to be the reputation, but of course we are trained in music, the arts, dance, multiple languages, as well as many forms of therapy. And as companions get to choose their clients, we get to choose how we spend our time and with whom. Not to boast, but soothing anxiety happens to be a bit of a specialty of mine. In fact, it's why I decided I wanted to be a companion in the first place, because I wanted to help people relax. You seem to be eyeing the tea. Well, traditionally, a companion's first meeting with their client involves a tea ceremony, as well as light conversation so we can get to know each other. We don't have to talk about anything too deep just yet, but this is just a way for us to get to know each other so that you can feel comfortable with me before we begin to discuss anything deeper. And at the end of our meeting, we can schedule our first full session. How does that sound? All right. How hot do you like your tea? Maybe, well, it is still steaming, but let's see if it's safe to drink. Drinkable. Still a bit hot for my tastes. Well, this tea is made from a special blend that is made to be soothing to the nerves, which is why I picked it out for you, of course. Depending on exactly the reasons for hiring the companion, I may choose a different tea for someone else. This tea is a green tea. It's very calming. I might choose a black tea for someone who needs something a bit richer, but I got the feeling that this is the kind of tea that you would like. I can see that you are a very kind, sensitive sort of person. I can see why then that you may be stressed out by life or school, work, what have you. I notice sensitive people tend to get the most stressed out because sometimes they care too much about everything and it can become a bit overwhelming. Tell me, is this why you called for my services? I see. Tell me a little more about what you do. All right, well, perhaps if this is contributing to your stress, it may not be best to discuss during our first meeting, right? Why don't we talk about something a little more relaxing? Tell me, have you ever been off Persephone to Ariel or Londinium or... Well, I grew up on Sinon and trained there as well. Then, after I completed my training, I decided to come here to Persephone for work, and I mean, it is a beautiful planet. Have you ever been to Sinon? It's very beautiful. If you like Persephone, you would love Sinon. It's different. It's very similar in how glitzy it can be at times, how the beauty, the mix of different cultures. But it's a lot more complicated, socially and politically. One of the reasons why I decided to come here to Persephone, in fact. Do you like it here? Or are you more one who longs to travel? I had a good friend in training who wanted to travel around to all of the different planets. I haven't heard from her much since about what she's doing or where, though I did see her quite a while back, but when she came and visited Persephone for a while. She does come back from time to time, but I never hear much about who she's traveling with. I am more of a homebody myself. I prefer to have one place to call home, you know? Well, I hate to cut this meeting short, but it is getting late. And we do need to schedule for when we can have our first full session. What do you think? Sometime next week, perhaps? Do evenings work better for you, or would you prefer something a little bit earlier on? Alright. I think I should be available then, but I will contact you. Alright? Alright. Well, it was very nice to meet you, and I hope to be able to work with you some more. You seem like a very genuine person, and I always like working with new clients.